Tuesday or Thursday at 8:15. You know it's time for Grapevine, and it's a full studio. I've got James Silas.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I should not have mentioned that name first. I also have
Supply, you okay?
Oris.
All right. Good morning, Lagos. Good morning.
Thank you very much,
Good morning,
Oris.
Shopper.
He also has Shopper Martins. Was that about
No, I was not about to say
Praise
that.
God,
I
praise
will
God.
have the one and only lady, looking elegant, looking stunning. Well, she never saw this coming. Round of applause for Shopper Martin.
Long may this tradition continue. All right, we also have you, by the way, people. We're up on YouTube, so join us there on the live stream. Send your messages in. Send them in via Twitter as well. We'll give you the details of the platforms right now. So Twitter, we are at Smooth981FM. Make sure you use the hashtag Grapevine981. On YouTube, it is .com/Smooth981FM Lagos. And we're taking WhatsApp messages on 0809 444 981.
On the show today, we'll be looking at Doctor Strange 2. We'll talk about that. Davido has something different coming with, Kanye West and the samples. We'll look at that in a moment, but right now,
Yeah, man, when I saw that video, I was like, okay.
let's just listen to this one from Adekunle Gold. He has a new video out and he features Ty Dolla Sign. It's One Woman. When we come back, we'll get your own analysis and what you think about this one. If you've not seen the video, hey, just go look it up, right? We'll be back in a bit.
Like my ears are extra sensitive.
Every song
today.
sounds better at what's it called?
With the speakers, y'all.
I swear, every
It's
every
smooth
song.
I think
treatment.
the speakers, the mixers, everything.
Yeah, there's just something about it.
Yeah.
Because I listened to this back home and I was like,
Oh,
beg, I
you're
beg.
so right.
You need to feel it.
I mean, it's certainly not a hit. I think that Ty Dolla Sign's collaborations with Nigerian artists haven't quite.
Click. Which one has it done again?
He has worked with Wizkid, if not twice, maybe twice actually.
Oh yeah, Wizkid and no, the Wizkid have been
Wizkid, it was
Davido and Chris Brown.
No, and Davido and Burna Boy. I think.
No, Wizkid. Sorry, Davido, Chris Brown and Ty Dolla Sign. I think.
Davido, Chris Brown, and
Yeah, I
Ty
don't
Dolla
know. I've
Sign.
not heard him. I can't remember hearing him with
I think he's with Wizkid on Songs from the Other Side.
If anyone try my lady, knock up. Oh, sweetie baby, your friends all up. Hey,
No.
With
Yeah.
which one?
I'll do it.
Oh, you're.
Oh, okay.
Has it done with
No, you
Davido?
shouldn't. You should
I
just
wonder. I don't think so.
Okay, maybe that's. I'm just mistaking them. Then.
Maybe
We should do it.
I think you should just stop the song now.
So we should go on. We can go on after. There you have it, Adekunle Gold and Ty Dolla Sign with this one. He calls it One Woman. You're listening to Smooth 98.1. It's the Grapevine, and we're about to dissect that particular song. By the way,
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to
Grapevine
use
has
the
turned
word
into a
sure.
science experiment. I love it.
I'm a little nervous actually.
So it's his fourth track of his fourth studio album, Catch Me If You Can. And I think that it's just I don't want to use the word repetition, but it looks like that's what it is. Now, from
But that's how you
his,
make a
his songs,
As a
right?
matter of fact.
Well, Before You Wake Up 2019 has a stint of what we just listened to. In fact, from that same album, if you listen to Mercy track 5, it has the same beat, different lyrics, but hey, singing about babe again, Mercy, Mercy, if you know that song. And then track 12 on the same album, it is what it is, the same vibe, what is going on. Is it the same producer or same sound engineer just trying to say, oh, let's just take this beat, reverse it a bit, and then come up with something, guys?
If it's not broken.
Don't fix
Don't
it.
fix it.
Yeah, I think one of the things about pop music is it thrives on repetition actually. Somebody has to show up and you know what, I intend to change the game. And if that guy succeeds, everybody is supposed to follow that guy for the next 1 or 2 years. It's just how it works. So I guess for Adekunle Gold, maybe this worked the first time. But to my mind, I think the more important thing is that the collaborations with Nigerian artists and Ty Dolla Sign haven't really, done what, let's say, Chris Brown has done, for instance, with the same group of Nigerian artists. Because I think there's a song on Wizkid's Sound from the Other Side. the EP or the album, depending on how you want to call it, with Ty Dolla $ign. And I don't think anybody even remembers
Well, right
that
there.
particular song. Yeah? Yeah. I think there are actually two songs actually which was actually done with Ty Dolla $ign, but none of them are particularly popped. And I don't think this one's going to pop, frankly. I think those would want to be one of those that declare gold minor hits. But this is certainly doesn't sound to me like a major track.
Or James Silas.
Yeah, I agree with him. I mean, so even with the video, I don't know if you guys paid attention. That was my own question. with
What do
the
you
video.
think about the video?
Curiosity or lot. I was just trying to, like you said, dissect the video as well. I'm wondering if they were in the same room when they were shooting
When they
that
shot it
video.
all, right?
Because
I don't think
it
they
looked
were.
like there was some film trick that they played there.
Some editing magic.
Especially when they were sitting on that. And then, Adekunle Gold is a creative like that. He can pull off, maybe not himself directly, but I mean, the ideas can come and he knows that this is something they can actually do. So I don't think they
I
were
don't
the
think he
same.
moved to the US though. I thought he moved with his family.
No, I don't think he
He's
moved.
not people go
I
and
mean,
see me now in the US.
the
I
wife
think
has been
I've been seeing a lot of
I don't know. They might have. I mean,
I don't know.
sometimes
I
don't forget that
yeah.
what you see on social media is not really what
What is
real life. They would have gone before and then kept the clips or not shown the
I
clips.
think everybody is Jack Bryant. So
Yeah,
so
but
they
I don't know.
so-
We're not sure.
so I'm not sure, but I think there might be something there. But you're also right. The video doesn't look like they were in the same place, to be honest. It
There's
doesn't
no
look like they did something.
interaction like Simi and
Exactly.
we can shake hands.
Are you
We
sure
can
we
look
can
at
shake hands?
ourselves. I can look at
This
Simi in
may
the
be a
face and all that
hologram.
stuff.
A James Silas hologram in the
You know,
studio.
guys, it might just be a deep fake, but seriously,
right.
but seriously, that was actually one of the things I was thinking about because I'm not even here for the sound. I'm here for the visuals
Mhm.
because
Okay.
we'd already done the album review,
Yeah.
Catch Me If You Can, way back. So I was like, okay, I'm used to this by now.
Mhm.
It's not one of my
Do you remember the
songs.
songs? It's like I'm going to ask, from listening to the album, did you remember this was the song on it?
Well, like when I heard it again, I was like, oh yeah, okay,
You were
it was
exactly
there.
right. It was there.
Exactly. But
Exactly.
it wasn't one
It
of the
wasn't one of the
songs
songs,
that
yes.
I
That immediately,
took
like,
off
popped
the
up,
album
yes, yeah.
and kept on my playlist.
Mhm.
It
Exactly.
wasn't one of them.
Yeah,
It was
same here.
never gonna be one of them. But that's okay. Oh, meanwhile, by the way, I talk about Ty Dolla $ign and collabs with Nigerian artists. I'm wondering, what do you think? What do you think of what might happen with CK?
That's an
Maybe
interesting-
The
interesting
dynamic
question.
might be different, but I don't know what the problem is or where the challenge can
Yes.
be. Is it the Ty Dolla $ign himself? Do you understand? I'm not particularly a fan of him, but
I don't think Nigerians
Nothing
are
has
such
actually-
big fans of Ty Dolla $ign.
yeah. So nothing.
I think he only has one semi-major hit in Nigeria. The one with Cranium.
semi-major.
That's
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
have to know,
Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
have to know. I think
But that
that's
was
one.
Quite
more of
interesting,
Cranium.
though.
You said? What were you saying? Oh,
No,
Shepherd?
I'm just saying that's quite interesting. Thinking about it when you put it out there.
Yeah. I don't think,
I'm
you know.
trying
I
to-
think there's just that song, actually.
Orange
That's
is
the only
smart. I
one.
like him. You see the way he was cool.
He's not bad. He's not bad. We'll keep him.
But that one was even more of Cranium.
Yeah,
If you
you're
listen
right,
to-
actually.
more
It's more of
Cranium,
Cranium. But yeah, but it's on the song, at least. That's just, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's the only song I can tell that's really popular here. So I understand. So in fact, the thought to me is, why exactly are these guys doing songs with him? Is it to pop here or is it to pop there? Because I don't think either of them is going to succeed, but who knows?
All right, so let's just take this message in from Ali. Ali's in Apapa says, totally love it for Nigerian artists with their conquest of the West. But the only question that comes to mind is this the end of the era of bringing affordable concerts to Nigeria for Nigerians? I don't know. These tickets prices are way up.
Inflation. No, you know what? It's bad, but really, it's an inflationary problem. So I don't think we should blame the artists too much, frankly. I mean, look at Asha, for instance. I think it was 25K. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
regular.
My head. My head, you know. So anyway, but you can say that, you know, Asha doesn't show up so often, so maybe that's why that's the case. But I think it's just basically Naira don't cost, dollar don't cost. So everybody's like, you know what, let's also up the prices. Unfortunately, it's a shame that income hasn't quite been increased. So
Yeah, don't worry, guys. Let's not have inflation coming to the grapevine. This is
we'll
supposed
leave that
to
for
be.
the business
This
show, right?
is supposed to be our oasis, our refuge
Yes.
From that.
I'm begging you.
Exactly. Who is that? Who sent in that message? That person is the enemy.
Ali, have you heard this? Respond. We will give you the floor. All right, so let's move on. So Davido shared this snippet of his new song "Stand Strong," and we saw him with
Choir.
the samples. Yeah, with Kanye West choir.
No, no,
as
exactly.
Abia.
I'm going to say, so I think people, I mean, it's not with Kanye West, or it's with the choir.
I said with Kanye West choir.
No, I'm just talking about the way it was written in the
Oh,
headline.
Yes,
right,
yes.
It's not with Kanye West. Kanye doesn't
It's
have anything
with the
to do
samples.
with it. It's with the samples because he worked with them before, so that's why.
Yes.
So yeah, interesting stuff, I think, and everybody's right, by the way. The whole thing, you didn't see the whole noise on Twitter where people were saying that this is happening only because of Burna Boy's success.
Yeah.
I have to say, man, I laughed at that, and I think there's a little bit of truth in it too, actually. There's just something about, no, the truth is this, is that, for a long time, we were comfortable playing, in quotes, local champion. We conquered the continent, so that was like entirely fine. And then this guy shows up, Burna Boy shows up, and decides, you know what, this is not good enough for me, let me go somewhere else. And then he succeeds.
So
So everybody's like,
the
maybe,
way I
maybe.
will put it, the way I'm gonna put it is
Alright.
like this: somebody has to be the one, right, to push the boundary forward.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Burna Boy, it's
Yeah,
fine,
it's Burna,
but
yeah.
it could have been somebody else.
Please,
I'm just saying,
please.
it's
So
It was
can
never
we-
going to
can
be.
we say-
It was never.
somebody
It was never
else.
going to be either of the other two people. I think. Let's.
Oh,
I think
always.
let's be
Can we also
fair.
look at it like this? I mean, it's not particularly Burna Boy pushing the envelope for everybody. Somebody started it too. I mean, we've had the likes of Fela Kuti. We have even in
when
recent times,
Majek
we had
Fashek went
Tubaba.
on late night show to perform, everybody was like, "Wow, it's Majek Fashek."
Right.
And it is Majek Fashek, by the way. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but when Fela came up and took the world by storm, everybody was like, "Yeah, it's Fela." I don't know where I'm going with
Tubaba,
this now
Two-Face.
because, to be honest, it's
I was
like
going to tell you that.
I'm arguing against
Exactly.
my original position. You know what? I give up.
Let me help you, Shokwe.
I give up.
Shokwe, should I help you? Good.
Let's
I
do
mean,
the band.
following-
Yes, the band.
Continuing from where, we
No.
also had the band.
Mhm.
I mean, but before the band, we had Tubaba. Two-Face conquered the whole of the continent,
Right.
crossed. I mean,
No, okay.
his song was used on Fat Girls, one of those,
Yes,
one of
yes.
the Hollywood
Yeah.
flicks. So that was major, and then gradually it started cutting down. We had the band
James.
era, yeah.
I'm really sorry.
Go ahead.
But
Go
I
ahead.
think part of the problem, the thing is this, is that people have done all kinds of stuff.
Mhm.
Nobody, absolutely nobody, has done the Grammy before Burna Boy. So I am not going to say, you know what, I'm not going to say I'm a big fan of Burna Boy's behavior.
Mm.
But I don't think anybody should take away from what that guy has done.
Mhm.
Because everybody has been on a show. If you have a record deal with an American label, one of the first things they do, because it's part of their entire package, is they're going to get you one of those late night shows. It's just how it works. So Majek was on Letterman, fine. Fela had the whole thing with Paul McCartney of Beatles, fine. Absolutely nobody had come close to touching that thing on their own
Mm.
before Burna Boy showed up. And I'm saying that in this particular generation, looking at the way their careers have gone, Whiskey, Davido, it looked like they were comfortable being incredible commercial successes, which is fine. Burna Boy shows up, but Burna is like, you know what, I don't mind this money, but I want greatness.
Mhm.
And I think for him, the idea was that to get this, I mean, we're Nigerians, right? We think that the foreign awards are like the greatest things ever. He's like, you know what, I won't try to even touch that. And the guy did it. And I think what that means is for everybody's like, oh, okay, this thing is possible. Not only is it possible, but also Burna Boy is a very aggressive personality.
Mm.
It means that if you're his rival, you're like looking at this guy because this guy is certainly going to rub it in your face at some point. And he has done just that.
Mm.
So I think that's what is happening now with
have-
Davido
have we
saying, you know
also
what,
seen-
let me even see if I can even reach here. I
I've
don't think
also
he can, by
seen
the way.
that. I mean, these are Burna Boy's fans and Whiskey DFC trying to pull down David with this one, just taking a little of the shine from him. Yes, he has this song done with the samples choir,
Coming
Kanye's choir coming out. I mean, his album is coming soon, and this song is one of the songs on
It's the first
album.
single from the album.
On the album.
Yeah.
Why aren't we even talking about the album that is coming out? Oh, Davido has his new album coming
Please,
sometime
because
later.
that's an inferior gist to the facts to rivalry. You know how rivalries work.
Okay, but why do we
No,
have
rivalry
to?
is
Wait, why should there be rivalry in this situation? Are we not
No,
all
but-
supposed to be celebrating everybody as against comparing?
No, but we would like that to happen. But two things are involved here. On the one hand, we are aware of the tension between the Davido camp and the Burna Boy camp. So let's state it clearly. We cannot avoid that.
But
Two,
why just
every time-
Davido's camp
Huh?
versus Burna Boy's camp?
Yeah.
There's also Davido's camp versus Wizkid's camp.
that tells you something.
Why?
Because what's it called? Burna Boy and Wizkid have formed some kind of alliance. They did that song together.
Yeah.
Anyway, the Ballon d'Or
Yes.
song.
Yes.
So there's some kind of alliance there. So it means that the fans are not quite as antagonistic to each other. However, Davido and Burna Boy, they've had this thing going on for the past 3 years.
All I know is each of and every one of these three have had their own strides and successes that the others didn't do at that particular time.
Please,
And
please,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start
please,
reading
please.
Okay,
some
Burna Boy is
let's
currently
take a
number
break.
one, though.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll read the messages on WhatsApp.
Please, you
Keep
should.
listening
Burna Boy is
to
currently
Smooth
number one.
98.
So everybody's like pressured. Everybody's like,
I keep saying
Let's
what
on
can
live.
we do? What can we do?
because everyone would stop surprising
No, but it's
me.
crazy.
My
I
hobby
No,
mean,
but
we
I like
know.
it. I like the fact that you know what everybody feels like they are gingered. Like, you know what can we? What
Because
can
at
we
this
do?
point, whoever is coming behind, you know you cannot be busy. If you are not pushing
Exactly,
it way
exactly.
further, then why are you there in the first place?
Why is that exactly? And I think that's one of the things that I have to give was his Burna Boy, like, because before he showed up, the Wizkid and Davido, what's it called? Game Money didn't seem like it was going to ever be broken. It just felt like these two people are always going to be the ones for their generation. And then Burna Boy shows up.
Burna Boy has also
He's
shown
3-4 years, whatever.
that he didn't. You know, when it comes to this, when you write your music or when you make your music,
Yeah.
you can say whatever you want to sing in your songs. I mean, like, Nice had the time where he said, we could bring it back to
Yeah, yeah,
and
so-
it was actually, you know. But we can also see with Burna Boy that is way beyond just saying it.
Exactly, yeah. He's actually
working
trying to figure it out.
that
Yes,
point, you know.
yes. And I think,
mean,
to
it's
be honest, I
major.
think he's going to be the second person who's going to win it again. By the way,
Yeah, I mean, as
I
it
think
is,
Burna, yes, I think
As
Burna
it
is going
is.
to be before any of those.
all
other
he
people
needs to
smell
do
it.
is put out another album or another project and just maybe.
Yes, because this Madison Square Garden thing that he did has
That
given
was-
him this
it was
incredible
huge.
thing.
It was
now.
major.
So I'm
Gosh.
thinking, the second one is not coming to Burna Boy. It's not going to either Wizkid or Davido. It's actually going to go.
I
back
mean,
to
I
Burna
think
Boy.
David had a shot at that whole
I don't
international
think he
stage.
did.
No, he did, but he pulled back. He came back.
And now, no, but you know what happened then? You know, and it's a very interesting, some of the things that we should actually analyze. You know, it's a very interesting dynamic that happened. So the two of them got that contract.
Yes.
Davido and Wizkid.
Yes.
And because, you know, back in the day, the most successful foreign music in the US, whether you go with the Latin guys or you go with reggae,
Yeah.
what they did was to infuse reggae into their sound.
Yes.
It didn't quite work out for both. It didn't work out for both of them. Yeah, Wizkid
Yeah,
especially that
yeah,
entire sound
yes,
of
yes,
the whatever
yes.
from the other side album, and it didn't exactly work out for them. Wizkid says, you know what, he will continue to figure it out. Davido said, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm coming back to Nigeria.
Exactly.
He scored
Okay.
he scored a couple of hits.
So
I'll be
I'm
fine.
gonna read some messages. Yeah, we're coming back in 5 seconds.
Ah.
So I'm gonna read some messages now because Ali has responded.
Who? Ali?
Ali has. Okay.
All right, people, we are back with more on the grapevine and your response, Ali. So let me just read it real quick. So he says, haha, Oris, I'm not the enemy. I'm just pained that I have to think about buying tickets for the shows these days over and over again. It is tasking, but
I
oh
can
well.
imagine. You have my sympathies, Ali. Even me myself, I'm just like, you cannot give me free tickets, please. I'm not the common.
Well, I wait until they upload on YouTube to watch it. Yeah.
This is the era of digitalization, people. And a person from Cyril Larry says, I do not agree with the Burna Boy position. All the stars mentioned would have done the same or more if social media was available then. Don't
Right.
underrate the power of social media. Also, Grammy or not, Essence is bigger than any African song.
Yes.
You know, that's-
we can.
Hashtag
No,
facts.
no,
yes,
you know, one of the
I
things,
think so.
I think it's a whiskey episode that has shown up. But let's remember, I think the biggest song is actually not Essence. It is CK's Love Wanted.
Oh my
So
God.
Oh,
everybody
wow.
better be
Yeah,
aware.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah,
better just know that.
yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
don't talk about Essence. You're not going to talk about.
No, but you know,
Wanted
Whiskey
Tickets.
FC will not want to agree with you because
They
he
can go
has
and
a
check. They can
larger
go and
fan
check the
base.
stats.
No, he
They can check the
he has
stats.
a larger
actually
fan
true.
base, and then they'll be like, it's Essence, like it or not. Who is CK in this argument? We don't even mention top 5 and mention CK there in Nigeria, but it's not the same.
It's the song.
Let them
They need to
let
accept
them
that.
go and check.
Meanwhile,
Start
we're
with
gonna
it.
speak
Numbers
about
don't lie.
Essence and Tim's. Let's just talk about her on Wait For You, and it's debuting at #1 of the Billboard
Yo, meanwhile,
Hot 100.
is that? I hear it's actually not. She's not singing live. It was a sample from one of our previous songs. I heard.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yes, I think I heard.
Which I
that,
think
so-
was it's interesting.
Still
I don't know which gives more money, James. Do you know?
both.
Both.
They,
But
yeah.
she doesn't get mechanical rights since she's not actually singing on it.
Yes,
But yeah, publishing rights.
she
as well.
still gets money.
I'm watching the official music video.
Yeah, she's
Right
not in
now?
the video, which made me sad.
Not
I'm
in
like,
there.
oh, if only. This would have
Yeah.
been great, actually.
Right?
But I mean, it's alright. It's
Eh,
alright.
sample or whatever.
I mean,
She's
it's
still there.
fine.
She's still
She's
there.
there, right?
All right, so let's get the show moving. Walt Disney and Marvel's Doctor Strange is, now the multiverse of madness.
Of madness,
Yeah,
yeah.
it opened
$185 million.
$185 million, guys.
Please, 1/10 of that, please. Go
In
on.
fact, Chocolate saw the movie yesterday.
Have you seen it?
Give it
Yeah,
a
she
type.
has.
Yeah, I have.
Give it a
That's
type.
because many people didn't know it was a horror movie.
I've seen it. That
That
was
is
horror.
a horror movie.
Oh,
Was it
You know
horror
what?
movie?
As I
You know,
was, I sat down yesterday
a lot
to
of
watch
action.
it, and as I watched it, didn't even set my sights on Doctor Strange 2. I was just like, ever since I watched WandaVision, I was like, hey, it's coming, May, woo. Then I sat down and watched it, and I was like, oh, yes, I forgot that Sam Raimi was actually Evil Dead franchise.
Great.
Drag me to
Yes,
hell.
yes,
He
exactly.
really dug
That was
into
a
his
horror.
So let
horror
me just say,
genre
Just
roots.
action.
You know, such a good thing. I
You
was
love
reading the film.
action.
At the time I saw the film, I had no idea about the people behind it. You know, I was just, and I got to the point, like maybe 3/4. I'm like, wait, this is just very much like Evil Dead, like the 1991
Come
film.
on.
I'm like, this is like Evil
Horace,
Dead.
we need
And then
to
I
go and
checked,
watch-
and at the end, I saw Sam Raimi. I said, no wonder it's the guy.
We need to go and watch movies together because I was halfway through. I was like,
Let's
no,
watch this together.
we need to go and watch
No,
movies
because
together.
because I hadn't even checked.
I
I'm
was
like, that's Evil
I
Dead.
s-
That's Evil Dead.
I went there with Tega.
Yeah.
And I said, I was like, this thing is like Evil Dead. You know?
I went to film and I see Sam. I'm like, no
I
wonder.
said
He's
Sam
the
Raimi,
guy.
I
Sam
said,
Raimi.
wow.
This is the guy.
Wow.
He's back. He's back. You know what's funny is that when he did, you know, he was the person who actually launched this whole Marvel craze because with the Spider-Man
With
1 and 2,
Spider-Man,
the
yeah.
earlier ones with Tobey Maguire. But it's funny, he actually didn't have, there were no references to Evil Dead in that particular franchise, the first one, the Spider-Man. And suddenly he bought it here. I'm just like, what is happening? But I was excited on the one hand because, of course, when I was a kid and I saw Evil Dead in the 90s, I was scared. Oh God, incredibly scared. So somehow it was brought into my memory.
No, so
That
here's
whole
the
thing.
thing. I don't watch horror movies. First of all, because I watched the Evil Dead franchise. And I was like, I can't go back for more. I value my sanity. And then
Well, you saw the 3. I think it was Evil Dead 1, 2, 3. You saw all 3 by the time.
someone.
You saw one.
And then somebody made me watch 3. I was like, but I don't want to.
But
You
it
don't
was
want
already,
to, but
a
you kept
comedy,
watching.
more or less. By 3, it
But
was
I
like a
don't-
comedy.
Yeah, but no, it just gave me flashbacks to the past, and the past was gory and terrible.
Yeah, but this was really gory actually.
This
The
was
current
so
one is
gory.
really, really gory.
People are saying, I don't know what was going on.
See the scene, the Illuminati scene.
Well, it was so.
That's
I mean, look at that.
But James, you are just desensitized. That's actually what's wrong with you.
Oh, well, it wasn't that bad.
No,
Like,
no,
it was more
it's not. I don't
action
think it was
than
that bad. That's
horror
true.
for me.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I don't think that bad. But
you're saying
those
horror,
things
horror,
were,
I'm like,
that's
what do you
certainly
think?
horror. Look how Wanda was with the limp when they were running through the
That
tunnel.
was
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a
I'm
horror.
like, that's a horror trope now.
Thank you, thank you.
That's a horror.
It
That's
was-
a
Maybe
very
because I'm
horror
a
trope.
big fan of horror movies, and I don't. I
It
just
was
didn't
such.
think
There
that
were
was-
too many horror tropes in there. It was.
Yeah,
horror.
but Sam Raimi just brought back his.
But it makes some
his
money,
horror
guys.
stuff. No, a
A
lot,
lot
of money.
of course.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's
Clearly.
they say it's the if it's now number 8 in like opening day. It's ridiculous, man.
is
Which is
kind of-
funny because you know
yeah.
the industry has been in a slump since COVID, and then suddenly here we are. So I don't know, but unfortunately it is Marvel. So I don't think it really says a lot for the other films who are coming out. It just means Marvel is still the king of
On
the
top.
world at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, but let's not say anything about indie films because, you know, some of them that are not under these big giant franchises like Everything, Everywhere,
Everything, all at once.
Yes, that was such a breakaway hit. So just putting it
Yeah.
out there.
True.
Okay, yeah. All right, we move on. And so, Balenciaga, can we please talk about this? Their distress? I don't know. Have you guys
And just
seen
see how
this?
it's
we
called
all burst
branding.
laughing.
It's
seen it.
called branding.
Would you
Right.
wear one? Would you if you could buy one?
So
would you
you're
wear?
on YouTube. If
Wow.
you're listening, if you're in your car,
Would I
you
use
have
buy
your-
one?
Would I use 1 million to buy it?
Hold on. If you're in your car right now, you have not seen this Balenciaga's destroyed sneakers. In order for you to really understand where we're going to come from in the next few minutes, you need to go and take a peep at those sneakers.
Just
because,
Google it.
Yeah, they're selling them for
You see them in any dump in Kokomako.
$1,850.
In naira, 1,091,500.
naira.
What? That's like 1.1 million naira for what?
So at
Or
first, I thought it was a joke.
destroyed.
I thought it was
destroyed
something, maybe
sneakers.
somebody just trying to play the whole NFT
Yeah.
marketing thing. And then later I realized that, wait, this is for real. So,
No, so basically, this guy, I can't remember his name now, but the guy that is part of the controversy, I think he's a worry boy because there's a real element of why in what Balenciaga has been doing recently.
Is it Galliano? Is it
So,
Galliano?
no, it's.
Anyway,
I'll
maybe
go and
it's
look
other
him
one.
up again. I can't remember his name now. But so remember when Balenciaga came out a couple of years ago with their bag that looked like the IKEA bag that you could get for like 50 pence or 99 cents or
Yes.
whatever, depending on which country you were in.
Mhm.
That they were now selling it for thousands.
yes. So, I think
It's
that's
branding.
the-
Once you put Balenciaga or anything,
exactly.
But,
know.
but how do you
The
sell
value
it?
just-
It's severely tattered.
Because
No, it's-
because it's designed intentionally that way, I guess. That's the difference.
I don't
you
think so.
know, Shakwa is
How?
eyeing me. Shakwa, please leave my shirt. I'm not the one. I'm not the Balenciaga designer.
So this is how I feel. So you know how they say there's this story about this guy who comes in and there's a clock that isn't working. And he just touches one pin and then it starts working. And he's like, "Oh, I'll charge you $1,000." And they're like, $1,000 for what? It's like $1 for the pin that you put in. And because it's $1 for the pin, but it's 999 for
having the
knowledge.
experience knowledge. Yes.
Is this what the name is now?
I don't
yeah,
think so.
literally.
This one is way
Because-
beyond this.
This is
Crazy.
beyond.
It is you.
James, it is not.
It
It's
is-
not.
You will have to pay me to wear those shoes, but now I'm making up. I'm making up the
I wouldn't
deficit and
even
paying you
wear them.
thousands.
Because it reeks of poverty, and that's I'm looking at it like,
Yeah,
okay, so
like,
somebody I'm wearing this. Okay,
really
there's
tattered.
It's
funny
not
thing.
true. No, that's not fair. It's because it's a limited edition. It's not going
I'm
to be.
sorry.
It's
But
not,
guys,
they're not
it's
producing
not
3
going to sell
billion
out.
of it.
It's really going to sell out in less than 2 weeks.
Where is it going to slap?
In the
Nigeria?
US.
Yeah, in Nigeria,
Not-
but-
Nobody's going to slap it.
Nigeria.
Nigeria, how?
It looks like they use my Gbami now. Now come about they Gbami now.
Okay, so for those who haven't
Silly
actually
money.
seen this, let's give you a little backstory. All right, so this luxury, and I cannot emphasize the word even more.
Luxury, please. In quotes, in quotes, in quotes.
Fashion brand Balenciaga unveiled a new campaign promoting a series of roughed up, let's call them destroyed, sneakers with the price
Burnt.
tag of $1,850, and there are only 100 of these limited edition sneakers.
Even Kanye West won't get away with it.
I'm telling you, there's only 100 of them, so somebody's gonna buy it. But the story behind them is that they're trying to put a spotlight on fast fashion, which, let's face it, is one of the major things destroying the environment as we are now.
Yeah.
Because the amount of water, the amount of resources it takes to make like one T-shirt, right? And then you now throw it away after one, like all those people that like to wear
Until-
white. Then they're not like one use white, ha, gone. Yeah, so they're trying to say, don't do that. Love them until they're dead,
So if they are dead
So-
already, though,
and
I
then
don't know.
resurrect them.
How many of
and
you
love them even
how
more.
many of you saw this guy's rant
I did that.
Akadani?
I
We
saw
were
it.
talking about a shot that one camel shot that he's had for 12 years.
years.
That's
But
it.
he said it's not
For
true
12
now.
years though. No, I think
This is it.
He just said for-
He
no,
said for
I-
12 years, but I thought
probably-
he now said something like
no, like
20
no,
minutes.
like for 12 years though. Like him call himself out, say I've had
Okay,
something
okay.
for 12 years. You know, maybe that's something they're trying to clear out as well. But I'm not going to tell anybody I've
But
had
you-
something
you-
for
Akani
10 years
style,
or for
style
5 years.
bender.
You see, you can't also wear this to a family gathering because they'll just call you and begin to pray for you. That what
That
is
means they're not
going
woke.
on? I remember
They are
a
woke,
story.
you know that is
I remember a
1 million.
story Frank Edwards shared. He was like he wore a ripped jean to the village to see his mom, and she called him inside and said, "I thought God has blessed you.
Ew.
Why are you still here?"
Mama, you don't get it.
That's the same thing with these shoes, right? This pair of sneakers. You just wear that. Your mom is like, "What is going
I
on?
thought God was
What is
blessing.
going on?"
But like, look though, it's generating conversation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's doing what it does, what it's supposed to do.
After people hear us talk about this on Smooth FM, you'll be surprised that 10 Nigerians are going to buy this stuff. So surprised, like, I
just
don't
keep it
think so.
somewhere.
Guys, if
Okay.
you're really thinking about buying this, please, I have a lot of charities I can direct your money to. I'm begging you. You can have the conversation, but you don't need to buy it to have the conversation. You don't.
You don't
Just
have
send
this
that
use.
money to somewhere else, an orphanage.
Please,
an old
I'm
people's
in
home.
charity, please.
A
You know those-
food bank.
You know those old Converse.
Oris.
Oris, let me tell you now. You know those old Converse shoes and stuff.
Of course, I have a couple.
Then you now have a very old one that you saw in the bin, 2 pairs, as in a complete pair. Then you now pick it up, use black paint to write Balenciaga on it. That's how the
Yeah, that's
shoes.
yes. So, but anyway, let me just say this. This obviously means I was way ahead of my time
All
Tell
right.
us.
What
tell
does
us.
this mean?
with my chucks because I wore them to death. I wore them even more.
You still have them?
No,
When
no,
you were
no.
in secondary
There
school.
was an intervention for me. They were like, "Shopper, you can't do this anymore."
Oh, Shopper. Okay, so Ozzy sends a message. Says first, Gucci sold rubber sandals for $650,
My goodness.
and LV, sold Ghana Must Go bag for over $2,000.
Yes, I remember that one.
And now, dirty, muddy sneakers by Balenciaga. For what now? It's silly. It's almost insulting to customers. Mumu Babs is now the new clique to be in.
As
No
in-
thanks.
Oh,
Oh, funny. There was just 2 or 3 months ago. There was this exhibition in somewhere in Yaba, Creative CCA, somewhere in Yaba anyway. And actually, the guy's exhibition, this artist guy, Adiremi Adegbite, actually sets up like a bunch of, in fact, let's use the word destroyed sneakers on the wall of the studio. So I'm just thinking, Actually, that's the guy who was actually ahead of his time.
And to end the show, we've got this one in from Oluwakemi who says, "I'm tired of this Davido, Wizkid, and Burna Boy comparison. Why can't we just enjoy their music without comparison?"
My point exactly.
It's not possible. I'm sorry, guys. That's been naive.
Girl,
It's not,
people like
it's not
to put themselves
possible.
in
I mean,
camps.
it's why do we have a chart? Is it not to 1 to 100? There's a chart. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
We've got to end the show, but you don't end the conversation. James Silas is still streaming, and he's up on Instagram and Twitter. Where are you?
Instagram, Facebook, Clubhouse,
Everywhere.
Holla at me. Just tell me you're from the
Post
grapevine.
office.
I'll holla back.
All right. And Oris is at Catch Oris on Twitter and Catch Orisgram on Instagram. Yes, I have an event in Dubai next week. So if you can join in, please join in. It's called Capsat 2022. Google it when you have the time.
All right. Shall I still send it the message? This argument will never end. Davido is the greatest. That's about it. Let's do this again next Tuesday at
So I guess the last
8:15.
one.
Good morning.
But of course, that's not true. Davido is number 3 currently. Davido is, of course, is number 3 at the moment, I think.
It's
It's
crazy.
Burna Boy,
It will never
Wizkid,
stop.
and then Davido.
Okay.
But you know the funny thing, this argument has
Yeah.
been going on for what? Up
5
to a
years?
decade?
No,
Maybe
5
5
years.
years.
No, the Davido,
Davido-
the Burna Boy one, yes.
Burna Boy,
5 years.
5 years,
Capsat?
yes.
Capsat, CABSAT.
17th to 19th of May.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Oh.
While Wizkid and David has been probably that 10 years.
Yeah,
time.
maybe about 8, because 2 years,
Because
Davido wasn't really,
that big.
was Wizkid at the
It
time,
was,
exactly.
I think maybe 9 years because it was Wizkid this year, then the next
Then the
year,
next year.
Davido
Was
came
it
in.
actually the next year?
I think it was just.
I think
next
it took
year.
it. I think it took Davido a
No,
while.
Wizkid
before
was
he
there.
became- Yes.
He had started put down music, but hadn't made that big
That splash.
big statements. Yes. So, but that splash happened
Within
2 years
2 or
after.
3 years, yes. Within 2 or
Yes.
3 years.
Then David's Babalowo kicked in immediately, and then because Wizkid had other. I mean, well, Wizkid started with a hit song.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm going to say.
So-
So I think like a 8,
Maybe
7
2 years
year thing.
after.
Yeah, 8, 7
Which was
years.
why I feel like that supremacy thing was like you just walked in through the door,
Through
like
the door,
what's
exactly,
wrong with you? I'm still right here, and then plus your father has money, and why you? And then that just continue. But David, I feel like David proved himself. Yes, he had money, but also had talent or music to back it up.
No, that's certainly true.
You
It's just unfortunate that not unfortunate actually. I think it's good actually.
Yeah.
Burna Boy, I think what actually happened was we had the Burna Boy and Wizkid. They were the two of them, and it didn't seem likely, at least even to me, frankly, that anybody was going to show up and like be able to elbow any of them out. But
No,
Burna
even-
Boy
I don't
pretty
think
much
so.
tried. So I was
No, which is
quite
Burna
impressed.
Boy's own what he's holding on to. The fact that I came from, and that's why he's always saying that nobody helped him. He just feel like nobody helped him, nobody did anything for me, nobody. But I remember one song that he had. I beg.
wait,
I had Tubaba and Timaya. I think.
That was the remix. That was
The
the
remix.
remix. Yes, the
But that
original was
remix,
just him.
yeah, it was just him.
Yeah, just him. Yes.
But that remix really did not do any.
No, they really do
impactful
any,
or
no.
anything. So that's why he
Burna
cannot
Boy,
say somebody
yeah. No,
supported
but
him.
Burna Boy is pretty much, they're all the same now in terms of like the music when you hear it, or not the band, forget the off stage stuff. But within the music itself, all of them pretty much did hits by themselves.
Yeah.
Without really relying on anybody. Maybe except Davido. He
David-
had that song with Etosay. That was his first single.
Oh yeah, but
But he did something.
but
Now. That was this.
it was
major
more
stuff
of
now.
this to see that we people like the fact that when you do make a record and then plus we can take actually say yes he
Yeah,
he had that
he did,
system.
yeah, that's yeah.
But
I
the
don't
song
think
wasn't
none
as
of
big
them
as
did.
Omo Babalowo, Emma
Damiduro, yes.
Damiduro, right? Also, I think that now Burna Boy holds on to the narrative of the fact that your father has money, or you have money.
No, that's the major one
have
that he has
talent.
said in public.
Yes,
That's what he's saying in
that's
public.
just your father. So and that's what he has held on to.
That's-
And then David keeps but DJ Copy, nobody's holding out.
Nobody.
He's not talented.
No, exactly. Nobody.
No,
Talent free. Talent free.
It's only his father's money then.
No, it's not only.
Not only,
I don't
it's
think it's
only-
only.
back it up as well.
No, because I thought you said that Burna Boy was saying that.
No, that's what the Burna Boy.
And so I'm saying that if it's only his father's money, then we would see him in that territory. No?
We'll see who copy in that territory.
Copy that territory.
But Copy doesn't
No,
have
but
anything to give us.
Copy
now.
don't
That's the
really.
problem.
Which means he's got talent.
Who?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
No.
I see.
Oh yeah, that's what we're saying. We said
Yeah,
that right
yeah,
now.
True.
That he has money.
Yeah, but he also has
backs it up
something.
a lot with and what he has actually done over time. If you know the story, Davido's entry was not with his father's money or with his money. David had talent, got friends who came together to actually invest in his music. And then later, when he had blown, the father realized that. And when you blow to the point where your father has now come to do that, oh, my son is actually a movement in this thing. And the fellow now came in and said, "Wait, who did you borrow money from? Who are the people that
Exactly,
invested in you?"
exactly.
They brought
Paid
everybody
off
to
their
the table,
contract
paid
and
them off,
everybody, yeah.
and then he said, "Okay, you can go
I
ahead."
remember.
That's what really
But it's kind
happened.
of what 10 years happened 2 to 10 years, Abi. Say your mother
Who,
bought off
10
the 10 years with Shizzy.
I mean, the argument is that we don't know the facts.
No. But,
But
but,
they
I
make it
think
seem like-
but I think she admitted. I think she admits that
That
she
was,
actually kind of had a contract with Shizzy.
yes, they had a
Then
contract.
the mother bought the contract because she wasn't releasing music on that.
But
day.
she was still called her out, saying that she had.
Yeah, that was
things to
that
do.
song. I'm talking about the contract. That was that particular song that was calling her out. But in
Okay.
terms of like the background story,
Yeah.
he actually had signed her.
Mm-hmm.
You get, but they weren't releasing music, and she wanted to
Yes.
release music.
Yes.
So her mother had to buy that contract.
Out of it.
Out
of
of,
it.
you buy her
Okay, I
out of
think
that contract. So that's what
that's
happened.
what happened. Okay.
So in a sense, off screen, these rich kids they actually have some kind of advantages. That's the fact, and I think that Burna Boy's own is just that.
You say
Don't
us,
come and start.
you're on-
No, behind the scene, not
Don't mind that.
here right now.
I don't
Behind
feel
the
like,
scene.
I think I think a lot of them.
But
have that
life
thing,
generally, I think if you have money, you just
Yeah, things that but that's why Burna Boy is insisting that he's the greatest now because he feels like everybody else had like a hand.
But
and he
so
just
far,
showed
we
that.
have to give it to the guy. If
No, I have to give it to him. Or
We have
no,
to give
I
it to
can't
him.
even. I don't think
I
we
mean,
can even
because-
argue so much.
he has backed it up, he has changed. I was just telling Mr. C just now that
Yeah.
Burna Boy has changed the face of live performance in
I know this song.
Africa generally.
Survivor. I have the title.
Okay.
He has changed the face of live performance generally.
Right,
Like
right.
with what I don't know who is directing his band or whatever, but the game has really changed. So it just sort of brings to mind if I mean there's words that the mother has worked with Fela
Who's that?
Burna Boy's mom.
That's the rule. I don't know if that thing's
I don't know if
confirmed,
it's
but
true
no,
or-
but his granddad
but
was
it's
the
the granddad.
last.
We know that the granddad
last
had
first
but-
manager. Yes.
But you can really tell that if you've seen Fela's performance, either TV, whatever, you know that Fela
heavy. Okay,
it's
heavy
a lot
influence.
of yes,
Yeah.
so we can tell that influence in Burna Boy's style of performance today,
What's your
and it's incredible.
Chipper's just still
No,
videoing.
you are going to pay us for what's called overtime for what we're doing right now. because this
Exactly.
is Way the what do we call this kind of situation?
Y'all are
Way
taking
beyond
up
behind
studio
the scenes.
space. If that's the case,
Oh
scram.
wow! That was into us. Welcome here to Lagos Talks. We're going
Okay.
to contribute.
We'll pop you guys on Lagos Talks.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Can we talk about the music industry?
Let's talk.
Okay.
What are we going to talk about? Burna Boy, Whiskey, and Davido.
Uh-huh. Pick one.
Who is the greatest?
Team Burner, Team
Let me call it.
Wizkid.
Let's see who counts.
Exactly. We'll count, have you? No,
That's
but you
how
know,
we tell who the greatest
which is going to win that.
So why do you
Anything
think
that has to
Wizkid
do with numbers, I
more
think is going to
fans
win.
than even Burna Boy himself.
Why do I?
Why-
It's
why-
longer now. Just the thing is, people you follow somebody for 10 years, you feel like you know this guy.
Hmm.
Even people in your life. I was taking a look at my photos that I took like at my birthday like 3 or 4 years ago.
Hmm.
I realized that there were like 10 people in that. Like 3 of them I no longer even talk
Exactly.
with. But Wizkid, you have been with him for 10 years, man. Almost every year. There's something the guy is doing, and you feel like you're involved. I think that just makes
But
you
he's not
have.
really young like
a
that. I mean,
longer-
he's young, no doubt. But what's that guy? But they are probably age mates or
No, but I mean in terms of like how long you've known them. How many long have you known Burna Boy?
It's
Burna
not-
Boy is very just no, it's less than 10 years. Burna Boy is
Oh,
like
Burna Boy?
yes. He's
No,
when I came to
it's-
Lagos,
it's
like
not
7 years.
He did not blow.
2014 or 2015.
He didn't blow us at when.
Yes.
But he
Wizkid
had been
had at
around.
least 3 or 4 years over Burna Boy. So it just means that we've known him longer. And let's face it, he's been consistent too. You know,
Yeah.
almost every 2 years he has like one new hit or something like that. So I
But I
think
think
it just
Wizkid's
means
one.
a lot.
Apart, I mean, addition to the music, is
Yes.
the fact that he looks like a teddy bear. Girls
oh
love
yes,
his-
Burna Boy looks like he might kick your ass if he sees
know-
you.
Like he might kill you.
I kill you. So I think that's
So,
that
yes.
Wizkid has. He's a cute
Yes,
boy. And
yes,
you see him
he
and
does,
just
yes, he looks
has-
very.
And then
yes,
he's
true.
not easily accessible. You don't see Wizkid anyhow. He just placed
But-
himself to.
Yeah, but I don't
at
think
the
that.
place
I think you're more right with the fact that he just looks like an approachable young man. And we met him when he was really, really young. Burna Boy showed up and was always aggressive in some way. So he's like, you know what? I like you, but at a distance.
I like your music.
exactly, but at
I
a
don't
distance,
like you.
you know. But
I-
Wizkid feels
thank
like
you,
a guy
that's
you want
the
to feel like a
thing.
guy you want to embrace.
Right?
to hug.
So
Yeah.
Wizkid, you like everything about him.
About him,
Yes.
yes, yes.
Then Burner, you like his music.
You're like this guy. I don't know if I could be friends with you, but Wizkid feel like you guys could probably chill.
I mean,
Burna Boy
if
will
it's
That
like Wizkid can
accessibility
do no
is
wrong,
key, man.
If it's like Wizkid can do no wrong, you know.
Right? At least we have
Because-
this to his fans.
If not,
This is
look
fun.
at that Wizkid and Tiwa Savage dynamic that happened, a
The
while back.
so-called
Like,
assault.
Mm.
which nobody was dragging Wizkid. Everybody loved Wizkid for that, even. If it was
Well, they
someone
won't
else,
drag you. But you get anybody. Men have that advantage, don't we? I
Guys.
think men do.
My hand is tired. I think I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, let's
Stop
go.
this.
Thank you
Let
very
it
much.
go.
thank you. Oh, you see, this is you've never had. I didn't have. they've never
Honestly, I
had
don't
that
know
before.
exactly.
We've
This is
gone
like the
way
very
beyond
first
the
time.
limit for you
Beyond.
people. How many minutes do you have now on that YouTube thing?
39 and 30
I thought we've
seconds.
been talking for up to an hour.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you and
Subscribe,
goodbye.
Like,
Yeah.
comment, love us.
Exactly. That would be nice.
Bye, Instagram people. Catch you guys on.